morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to place the white light of protection around us with his blue seal, as well as Saint Germain and the violet flame. I'm also going to call in Archangel Jeremiah and Archangel Metatron, because we're going to read a little bit more out of our Psychic Empath. And I'm really excited to finally start reading this book. I've had it for like 3 years. I don't know why I waited. I've read other Psychic Empaths, so this is just a different one. And for those that don't know, obviously I am a Psychic Empath, and more than likely if you're watching this, you're in alignment with me, you are as well. So I'm going to use my Eagle Eye beads, as well as I'm going to use my Archangel Michael crystal. So it says, Chapter 1, Understanding Psychic Empaths. What is an empath? An empath is a person with a special gift of perceiving the emotions and feelings of other people as though they were their own without even trying. And I want to explain that. So when I used to have people like act irrationally on me, like at work, I would come home and I literally would feel depressed. I'd have anxiety attacks, and it was essentially their stuff that I was gravitating and absorbing, and then I was taking it on as my own and transmuting it. And more than likely you've done that your whole life as well. They are naturally tuned into the energies floating around them. If an empath walks into a room and sits next to a person who is quietly mourning, the empath will pick up on the sorrow and experience it as though it was their own. An empath who lacks awareness of their gift can be deeply conflicted, and they cannot tell apart their own feelings from those of others. Ask yourself the following question to find out if you're an empath. Can you perceive people in some way? Do you feel people's emotions and mistake them as your own? Can you think along the same lines as other people? Do your feelings change as soon as you meet a particular person? Do you sometimes wonder whether you're codependent, neurotic, or even crazy? Can you read other people's minds? It can be awesome having the ability to pick up on other people's energies, but it is also a downside, and it is a real struggle when said the energies are dark nature, and especially if the empath is in question and knows nothing about their abilities, meaning they're not shielding on a daily basis, meaning that they're not calling back their energy on a daily basis. I call back my energy anytime I have a bad interaction. I call that back. Every time I go to work, when I get off work, I call that back. Sometimes I call it back even at lunch. I call it back in the morning because I astral travel and do God knows what I do in the astral realm. So I call it back in the morning, and then I call it back before night. If I get in an argument with somebody, I'm calling back my energy. So you need to start doing that if you are an empath or a psychic empath, which obviously you're both. So we'll leave it at there, and then we'll continue on with it. But I love that. Namaste. Have a blessed day.